What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be looking at one of the first blitzes that I came up with that, like I said, it's not really a new blitz like you've seen it in other games of Madden. Mid-blitz has been very, very popular. I found like 4 or 5 of them, but I wanted to share this with some of the guys that are saying, I've never really been giving you guys, blitzes to kind of get yourself up off the ground and running. So I want to go ahead and change that for people that are going to be getting Madden 18 very, very soon. Now, if you're getting it early, they're expecting a day 1 patch, which is going to adjust some of the things like zones and things like that. But you won't have to worry too much about this because the scheme in which I'm showing you is probably going to work regardless. More than likely, maybe 1 or 2 adjustments and you're going to be good. So what I'm going to be showing you guys and girls today is this, the nickel dog blitz. Now, you could do the actual manual, put in the players that you want. I just want to have Barr as this linebacker over here. I want to have him on the right side of the field, on my right. So he's actually on the left side. You know what I'm saying? So on my right side of the field, I want to have Anthony Barr because he's my, my tallest user, and he's the guy that I want to be able to have control of. All right, we're going to be taking a look at nickel dog 2, and the setup is very, very simple. All right, you don't have to do too much, and it works because I've tried it in regular games. And this is on all Madden, by the way. Let me just double check so that you guys can see exactly what we're doing right now. We're going to go check it out on all Madden. Just to make sure you guys, okay, yes, all Madden difficulty, competitive, all right? So as far as the pressure, just keep this in mind. Madden 18 is probably one of the most realistic Maddens in a long time, which means that if you send 6 and they're only blocking their 5 linemen, somebody's coming free. Obviously, Madden 17, we had nano detection. 16 was a little bit wild when it first started, and then they patched it and it became ridiculous. But even with the way that these old linemen aggressively block, it's more realistic than ever. And that means a lot coming from me because I've been raging over the last couple of years about Madden. So here we go right now. Look, what we're going to do is we're going to go to 2-4-5 double A gap. This is out of the Oakland Raiders defensive playbook. That's why you'll see I have the 3-4 and the 4-3. All right, if you guys wanted to know which playbook to get when you play MUT, probably go with Oakland to start. That'll probably give you the best bet because I found some heaters out of 4-4 also, but I'm trying to keep some for myself. But this will kind of keep you guys up and running. What you're going to want to do is, like I said, I'm subbing Barr in right there. It doesn't really matter who else is there because the D line for the Vikings are pretty solid. So as long as I have Barr on the right side of the field, which is the left side, if you're looking at it the other way, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about the right side. If you're viewing it, that's fine where I have him right here for the manual setup. So here we go right now. We're going to go ahead and pick nickel dog 2. Okay? On offense, we're going to give the Patriots out of doubles. We're just going to give them something to make sure, yeah, a double out and up because this is going to be probably one of the most, it's going to be probably a glitchy route. I was running it a little bit. It's very, very difficult. A lot of guys that run around playing 2-man under and playing on that man coverage, that eats it up completely. So we're going to go ahead and start it up. What you're going to do is you're going to pinch the line and just crash them down and contain. So you see how they crash down like that and the contain is going on and you're just going to hang out over here real quick. You can go ahead and like hold the button if you want like this and all that other crap, but you don't really need to. Watch what happens. The left side guy that's in the contain, he's going to fly like a ravaged dog with rabies. All right, he got blocked right there. But pretty much what happens is that guy's going to scream. Depending on what your opponent is doing, though, you may be able to adjust the blitz. And if you guys don't understand how like to shift your line, it's the left directional stick. You know what I'm saying? Like the left directional pad, once to the left and then down to pinch. And then you just crash him down with the left diagonal pad and right on the right stick. Right there, I didn't even contain him. What I'm saying is this blitz is crazy. And like I said, I've already pretty much labbed it. And it works against other opponents. So I'm just giving it to you so you guys know what you should be looking for. The edge heat definitely does still work. And you know what the beautiful thing about this is? When you're patrolling the middle of the field, you can actually patrol the middle of the field now because you can strafe. So looking at the play art, you can see that everybody's crashed down and the outside guys in the contain, right? So if you watch Gronkowski or whoever their tight end is, it's instant pressure. Okay? Now, I'm going to let you know this. If they flip the play, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for it to come in. Obviously, it works either side, right? So you could flip your defensive play also, and I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly what I mean by that. Because a lot of people are asking, yeah, but bro, what if they flip it? What's this and that? Like when you're doing the tutorial for blitzing, I want you guys, it's more like food for thought. I don't want to give you guys everything because I don't want you to live basically off of what my scheme is. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to do it yourself. Like, you come out and a dude is running something weak and you could do it. So pretty much right here, if they come out and they flip the running back, because that's what most people are going to do. You know, like these guys that say they're competitive players and things like that, they'll flip the play. You can adjust it however you want. You see what I'm saying? Like, look, if I send it from the same side, right? This is what's going to happen. Just look, I'm going to contain it, and then that guy's on that side, and he's in a blue route, right? And the play is flipped. A lot of different things may happen. He may still come in. It depends on what happens, how the blue route blocks it. But the blue route usually picks it up. But you see how he blocks for a little bit and he still goes? That's still in the game. Now, if you ID the mic, or you could just play games with the person you're playing. You could just send it from the other side. You know what I'm saying? Either, however you want to do it, the play art is the same. You're crashing him down, and you're sending the heat off the other side. He's gonna scream regardless. Okay, right there, Tom Brady's just so much of the GOAT, bro. The dude is eating so much avocado ice cream that he's doing whatever he wants. But I'm just giving you an example. If you want to flip the play, you can and play that game. But either way, it's gonna be pressure, and he's blocking another guy anyway. So he's gonna run around and do all that stuff, regardless. Because right now you can see that it's not coming in clean because I'm actually containing him. But okay, let me just I'm gonna actually re-blitz this guy and not make him be contained, because you could actually re-blitz and contain this here, and then the guy won't see it contain. He'll actually rush, and we're gonna see if that makes a difference. All right, so he screams like that. So you can actually flip the play either way. What I'm trying to make you guys understand is this: because ID the mic is such a big deal this year, I've already been experimenting with other things that obviously I'm not going to show you everything I've been doing. I'm contemplating doing it for my Twitch subs to give them non-stop heaters, because I've already been finding so many different type of blitzes. 3-man heat, 2-man heat. The 2-man heat is pretty difficult, but this one right here, you can easily make a 3-man. And it's similar to other things that people have done in the past. For instance, right here, we have the play flip the way it is. You're going to pinch the line, crash them down, and then you're going to zone these guys in whatever zone you want. So you see that guy's he's in a QB spy, and one guy's in a purple. And then we still have that guy coming off the edge. Right now he's not contained though. All right, so this is 3-man heat. Look, you can see that he's still running through and doing whatever, but look, it don't matter if he throws it up, because we can actually play defense now. I'm just giving you guys a little bit more food for thought with it as far as the 3-man blitz goes. You can do a lot of different things with it. Right here, we're going to contain him and see what he does, but you can pass commit. Whatever way you want to do it, depending, because like I said, as far as the run game goes, if you have a guy that's trying to run the ball like a savage, you may not want to keep, okay, yeah, Cooks is going to burn you deep. If you try to strafe too early, the way that I just did it right there, and keep in mind, you're only blitzing 3, so it's not guaranteed that it's going to come in. So make sure you understand that when you're sending 3, that you're going to have a little bit more user on the outside. Usually, I had this coming in earlier, like right there, you see how I got it in with 3? It just depends on what's going on, but it all, see what the formation is that your opponent comes out in. But pretty much crashing them down. You can zone these 2 guys over there, whatever. Have them doing what they're doing, and then just watch what goes on in the field. And make sure that you know strafing is very, very important. Very, very important, bro. Do not run around thinking it's sweet like it's 17 and 16 and you're holding Y and all that stuff. It will not work out for you well. All right? You can see that Gronkowski is still going on his streak. Right here. Okay, he's not going to be contained on this one. We're not going to contain him. Like I said, it's either or. It's Tom Brady, so you don't really got to contain him. It's just like if you want to do it. But over here, we could strafe, and it's a pick. So you're going to like this because you're going to get pressure regardless. And if you're coming out and you want something to like run for everything, run and the pass and whatever like that, this is going to be a good defense to run. Because the cover 2, those soft squats, even though people are complaining about the zones, if you keep a soft squat, they usually do a lot of things on the side of the field that they're on. And then they'll run up the field with the guy if it's a streak as well. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much you're crashing down. You're pinching the D-line, crashing them down. And you could send 3 like I've been sending. You could contain them. You don't have to contain them. You could do whatever you want. It's however you want to do it. But I'm giving you guys food for thought to understand that the blitzing is still in the game. Even with ID the mic. It doesn't matter. ID the mic, whatever it is, all you would have to do is blitz another guy off the other side. If you know that the guy is IDing the mic and he knows exactly what's going on, whatever. But then you can switch it up. You could even blitz the guy in the middle too. You could blitz like Kendricks. You have to see what your opponent is doing. And that's what it's all about. Look and watch what the tendencies are. And then you go from there. That's what the biggest deal is. Don't think that every blitz is just going to scream every way like that. You have to adjust. Like right here, if I blitz Kendricks, right, I know that it's a lot of guys coming. I got to watch the other side, but I'm watching both. I see which way I want to go. I know he's running that route. He's going to get something. You see what I'm saying? But right there, probably, oh, whoa, get done. Get done real quick. Right there, what I did wrong was when I blitzed Kendricks, you got to be very, very careful with that. If you're sending the 6 like that, that's a very difficult thing. You don't want to crash him down. You crash him up and out. And then that usually helps when Kendricks is coming in. But like I said, these are dangerous plays because you're sending 6 and everything is wild, but he still got blitzed. He still got picked up. Usually that screams right in off the edge when you're playing a human opponent. For some reason on all Madden, the computer just cheats. And we all know that that's regular, but I'm just giving you examples about if you wanted to send more. Obviously, if you don't have to send that guy. And then when you see the blue route do what the blue route is doing, you have to be able to understand what you want to do, which is why I'm saying because you're sending 3 and you can send 5. Right here, we're gonna send 3 again. You have to just know what's going on within the field. All right, whatever you're sending, understand that they're gonna have more time if you do certain things, but it's still a cover 2. Okay, it's still a cover 2. So if the guy's trying to hit you on a deep streak, your safety actually straights now, as you see. Okay, right now we're gonna do it again. We're gonna contain him, and we're just gonna watch it. We can go ahead and re-blitz him and make him not be able to contain. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. It is a lot more aggressive when you're playing a human opponent. It'll come in faster. The computer is gonna always cheat. Always remember that, especially on all Madden, which is why I always lab blitzes on all Madden. Because the computer just does whatever they want, bro. And all of a sudden, all the old line will be blocking everybody, and it gets really ridiculous. But for the most part, you're going to get instant pressure. And this is something, like I said, that you could run regardless. Now, with mid-blitz is even easier. But again, you got to have a little bit of user with it because it's man-to-man coverage. And I don't want you guys coming out like, yo, bro, but you said this blitz will work, and then you're doing whatever. This blitz is very, very simple. All you have to do is come over the top with your safety. And the reason that I'm leaving the blue route in is because the blue route usually gives people a lot of... Oh, I don't even need to do that. You don't even need to pinch the line on this when you run mid-blitz. You could actually just leave them there. And then they'll come in and you just contain the guy on the outside and just sit here. You sit here with the safety and you know the guy that you have to watch, and that dude just screams off the left. That's very, very consistent against human opponents because you're sending 6. And I don't think you have to even move anything. I think you can just leave it the way it is. Pass commit, come down here, and you just got to contain him. And I think he comes in anyway because, like I said, I was labbing this earlier. And the dude was just screaming. You see how he sucks in and then he comes in? So that's just a little bit more things as far as food for thought when you're sending 6, even with the blue route, which we all know the blue route was pretty... Blue route did a lot for people in Madden 17 as far as, you know, the block and release and being able to get off the route. So that's just something that you could use to start off. It's instant pressure. Obviously, the faster your D lineman, the faster it's going to come in. Right there, I pinched him. And then I crashed him down like I did for the nickel. But you don't have to do it like that for the setup. I want to see if it comes in anyway because I haven't tried it like that. Because you don't really need to do much to mid-blitz. It comes in anyway. So you see how I effed it up? Because I crashed down. You don't have to crash down. Remember, because it's man-to-man. But these man-to-man guys, they when you pass commit, they come off of their man if the ball is thrown deep. Even though it's man-to-man. They don't just act like they don't know what's going on with the field. So keep in mind, for mid-blitz, you don't have to do much. You just leave it the way they're blocking and just contain. And that's it. And he usually comes off the edge and just screams right away. Hopefully this blitzes will help you get a kickstart in Madden 18. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, and see me during my live streams at Twitch, at GmiasWorld. And you'll pretty much see how it works live as we continue to grind towards MUT Master and play human opponents before Madden 18 is officially released for the GOAT Edition on August 22nd. Thank you for watching. Hopefully it helped you out. Until next time, one love.